Oh, Lord, Oh yeah, I've still got to go back to Whitechapel because I talked to the blind man, who didn't realize... I'm still a little nonplussed over the fact that Jonathan managed to figure out he was blind that quickly. But gotta go back to Whitechapel, see his sister, and just chat with her real quick about, like, okay, what exactly happened? You know, obviously there was an accident of some form or other.
Over there! There's one of them!
There we go.
Turn around! You're made!
Oh, come on! Oh, that hurt. He must have spotted me before I could actually get the stun off on the crossbowman. Yep, large beast. There we go. Took me far longer than it really should have. Oh, and a bit of good news for me was that apparently Quake Champions is, like, if you pick it up on Steam now, it's free. You have to pay for any champions you unlock, but, you know, that's the nature of free-to-play games. You know, no different than League of Legends or Dota or anything else. And I'm feeling quite a bit more comfy now because I just got my new chair in. It cost me over 200 bucks, but...
Come on, we can sort it out, right?
That was also marked down from nearly 400, so... And given how much time I tend to spend on my computer, yeah, it was worth it.
Good evening,
Okay.
my dear colleague.
Swanborough, that's the last name.
Loretta, why do you feel so guilty about your brother?
I don't expect him to forgive me. All I can do is make amends for what I did.
By making him a crook and a criminal. What if somebody decides to make him pay for your scam?
Mason is totally capable of defending himself. Just leave us be. We're perfectly fine.
I know how guilt feels between a brother and sister.
Yeah, that's...
Are you sure you're not trying to ease your own remorse?
Mason wants to be useful, can you understand that? And chemistry is his passion. And the Swanborough cordial gives him a purpose in life.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't realize she had a cold. Well.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I have no doubt it will. But I'm not against a second opinion.
Fair enough.
Agreed?
Well, there you have it. Take this remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Thank you.
I'd like to...
Okay. Let's see what I got in terms of vendable items. Bracelet. I have the bag of junk I wanted to... Okay. So apparently it's back up to him. Oh, Shunshu.
Good evening, Xiaoshu.
晚上好, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
I want to say Vietnamese.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
I somehow doubt they intended to have her still be referred to as woman in distress at this point.
What are you doing with your time now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
Giving out medicine? How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reed.
Oh,
My departed
Okay.
husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those who don't have any.
that's
That's
commendable.
very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
Sorry for the clicking. It's the new arms on the chair are adjustable front and back. But unfortunately that means, say, you know, I push to get up and out of this chair, it'll slide them forward, or if I'm pushing to kind of reposition myself in the chair, it'll click as it pulls back.
How do you feel now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
Awesome. Glad I could help.
I've no doubt. That is a wise and useful attitude in this part of town.
To be completely honest with you, I'm also doing this for myself. If I'm destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
Find a play. God, that real... I know I've said it before, but I gotta harp on it again. That still galls me that I
Do
accidentally
you
did
still
that.
think about your departed husband?
Of course I do. I'll never forget my beloved Matthew, but how do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew, without warning and without mercy. But until then, I live on.
That is a much healthier attitude than before.
How is...
My only relief is that
Goodbye.
At first I thought that was Mr. Palmer, or the elder of the Palmers.
It's not my call, Baron. You pay one
Oh
way
yeah,
or
up this way. Yeah, I figure push comes to shove, I'll just stealth through. And I do kind of wish now that I had invested some points into it beyond the first level. Maybe for a different playthrough. Oh yeah, I gotta go around here. I am genuinely surprised that they didn't spot me. Oh yeah, this is Mr. Mason's. Or Mr. Swanborough's.
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Doctor?
Oh, hey, I don't have to ask
Pays
you for
visits to
permission
people
now.
at this late hour.
Aside from knocking, anyway.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Okay.
Your sister seems to believe this miracle elixir business is somehow doing you good.
Loretta believes that keeping busy is what I need to be happy.
Is she right?
And is she wrong?
My sister is wrong about almost everything. But as long as she thinks she's in charge, she can be nice.
Okay, that was less than I had wished for when
Goodbye.
coming up here. Okay,
Wandering in this part of town at night, your eye...
let's see, so... All of those are done. All of those are done.
The brave or
Yeah.
the fool.
So I am ready to go on to West End. Alright. Hey, you attacked me. Oh, glad I stealthed first. Oh boy. Damn it, I've gotta. Yeah, raising the stamina helps quite a bit in conflicts like that. I'm trying to think who was trapped there before.
There's one of them! Watch yourselves!
Wow! I couldn't have timed that much better.
It's one of them!
Yes, I know I am. How about I peel you off onto the werewolf? Alright. Come on. Fight each other, buddies. Awesome. Ha! Okay, that worked. And I think I even managed to get him too. And part of me does still feel kinda bad for attacking the Prywan, but they attacked me first. Not much I can do there. If I could go full pacifist, I would. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, now will be about the time I'll be able to finally start in on, of all things, getting that stinking plant in my room watered. Oh, actually, I may as well deconstruct some of the stuff I've got. Let's see. Yeah, I could use some of those ingredients. Got plenty. Plus, that's my watch, so no. Cigarette case, not really. I'll take apart all 3 bags. And yeah, not really. But yeah,
The
this
flower's
plant...
dying. It needs water.
If I'm not mistaken, I have to go to Whitechapel. I have to go to the West End, if I'm not mistaken, because it did say something like level 20, so... Alright. So let's see. Yep, West End, easiest is over here. Uh-oh. You again. What the hell are you?
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
What harvest are you talking
Stay
about?
away! Whoever you are,
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
I don't think that guy's familiar with Punch and Judy, though. Alright. Oh, here we are. Though, actually, let's see, because I want to get the water for this freaking plant. And I apologize for bringing this up in the middle of the game, but it's such a minor thing. Let's see. Head right as you go under the bridge into the Temple District. Maybe I can find a place with a map. Okay, the West End. Square just behind the Reed Mansion. Okay, so it's in the West End, not Whitechapel, which is what the one was saying. That's where my confusion was.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
The Garda Pre one. Yeah. Okay, that makes a... Well, it makes more sense as to why they'd be out in force at this point. But why attack me? Didn't want to target you. Oh, good God. Why attack me? Oh, the blood barrier. There we go. I feel bad for having done it, but kind of forced my hand there.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Alrighty.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Ireland?
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. Not sure why that happened. I kind of lost the cursor for a second.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
Well, I had to kill my sister.
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power, radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
Okay, so we had enough time for etiquette for you to ask me questions, but not reverse.
I must
That's a little
say,
unfair.
your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
we
Can't
can?
keep it down, but I do
Oh,
so enjoy
gotcha.
the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
Wait, why my health?
To yours, my lady.
Well, yeah. Closer we can get it, I suppose.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why, truly, did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Okay, I wish I could ask, like, so why are your eyes not bloodshot, but mine are? Is it because I have so little blood, or because I have drunk so recently?
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Which is likely why they want to talk
How
with
many
me.
are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information, and then deciding how to use it.
Yeah, like any good secret society.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first, but it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Okay, given... And yeah, the Why Not Ask for Your Help made me think of After Hours, a cracked web series that unfortunately is no longer running. But one of the things discussed was the downsides of immortality and having figures like Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, you know, any of the American founding fathers around, would be the fact that they would not be able to modernize with the times. They would still hold thoughts and opinions that were better suited for their era, and were considered progressive in their era. But now would be horrendously outdated, so yeah. Doesn't surprise me that vampires have a
Should I
problem
trust
there.
them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
I will give them every bit of respect that they are due.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
They have done nothing but impede my investigation since I became known to
That
them.
actually flowed very smoothly
Why would they
there.
want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
Incidentally, the fact that I beat Fergal might be another reason that they're contacting me.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England.
Are
Not
there a
all
lot?
its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
So prove your usefulness first, then we'll talk.
Any familiar or
Well-
famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
The first name at least does ring a bell.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
All I can think is, given that that's the oldest vampire we've heard of now, that might be the one that turned Jonathan. Just speculation at this point, but I wouldn't be half
Have you met him?
surprised.
Only on rare occasions, for
Chekhov's
he never
gun and
goes
all that.
outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Yeah.
What is a great hunt?
The first
It's a
great
purge.
hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter.
Including Lord Redgrave?
And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
Now, given the reputation of the Ascalon Club, I do have to wonder whether it would have been better for them to just approach and say, hey, help us try and suss this out, otherwise things might come to a head again. We want to avoid that, you want to avoid that. Let's figure this out between us.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
The human search engine at work.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
Tish.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
You know, fair point.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
What is
Honestly,
the
I don't
plan?
think she'd
The
be powerful
plan
enough
is
anyway.
we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No, I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Actually, do vampire hearts beat in this universe?
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Careful as I can be.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon.
Okay, vampire hearts do beat then.
We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Yeah, she's definitely crushing on Jonathan. And that is bugging me in terms of the eyes. I mean, is that just because I fed on the one? Because I don't recall it having happened before then. Alright, so I'm going to pause the stream here. I know it's been not too long for this particular video, but I'll immediately start another one and go on to the Ascalon Club with an appropriate title. So see you in a bit.